we've all understood that there have been some difficulties there in terms of cultural differences, social aspect of things. You were there for a while. How hard is it to properly adjust to Korean norms and pro-gaming culture?
It is very difficult when you're first there. The hours just by themselves, I think the conditions make it difficult to just function as a human being in the first place until you get used to them. I mean, you're likely to start off with a bunch of jet lag, and then you're immediately put onto a schedule with less sleep than you're used to, and then you're eating food on a schedule that you're not used to, and food that you're not used to eating, even though it might end up being very yummy. At first, you're not used to it, and these things, you don't think about them. Maybe you don't think about them at first, but they can just affect the way you are as a human being, and then it's difficult to approach these other problems, these cultural problems, like these young kids that don't respect you right off the bat, and it's hard for me to say exactly what. It's hard for me to comment on Rhett's situation without having been there, because I don't think it's good to generalize. I think you have to know the specifics, and I'm not. A lot of people talk about the broad cultural aspects to this whole situation. But really, it comes down to the specific people, and I can say when I was there, the specific people that were helping me transition were just absolutely great. I had the manager, me. He was living in the team house for a long time, basically just for me to help me transition there. And then the B team coach while I was there is different than the B team coach that Rhett had. And I don't know anything about the current B team coach, but mine was awesome. And the B team players are always shifting in and out. Those guys will only stay for like 3 months or so and get replaced all the time. So I think much of the B team composition of players were different from when I was there and from when Rhett was there. And I just got lucky with a bunch of guys who were really nice to me. I was also lucky to play some really good games right off the bat. So they respect good play.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to just show up and play some of your best games. It's much more likely that you're going to show up and play some of your worst games ever, and these guys are like, what is this guy doing here? It's definitely nothing comparable to the transition that the Koreans have to make from moving from their home to, another part of Seoul and just this other house. It's much different than that, so I don't think they can understand as well how difficult it is to play your best right when you join the team. So I think Rhett might have been playing a little worse than normal, and so that had a lot of the team dismissing him, and without the proper support, he just couldn't overcome that problem.
Well, it's unfortunate that it turned out that way, but still, I'd like to say that it's great, regardless, to see foreign talent go over and do better than they would have otherwise, and to somewhat bridge the gap between the foreign and the Korean world and help build an international community. It's a good thing, and best of luck to Rhett in his continued pro-gaming endeavors. However, speaking of those, you mentioned in the beginning of the interview that you were interested in hoping for a career in pro-gaming. And it's safe to say that even though the PokerStrategy.com TSL and such tourneys are very good and provide an enormous input to the community, the future is Starcraft 2, at least when it comes to money and sponsorship. Do you see yourself play that game to a professional degree?
Yep, that's the current plan. Is that I'm gonna try to play StarCraft 2 at the highest level possible and try to make a career out of it. But if it's not working, I won't keep trying endlessly. But I will make some time to give it a very good shot, to give it a real shot, that it deserves, and I think I'll succeed with that. I'm not too worried. I don't know if I'll be the best player in the world, but there will be many people making a career out of it, and I think I can be one of those people.
Indeed, best of luck with that again. Have you played the game before in the previous alpha versions at all? Got a hands-on experience? No?
I have missed every opportunity to play Starcraft 2, so I have not played it. I should be in the first round of the beta. I'm pretty sure I'll get into that, but I've not had a single click for Starcraft 2.
Sadly, that's a fate you share with very many eager gamers out there. Hopefully we'll have a beta soon. There have been rumors lately that it's going to happen soon, but then again there always are, so I guess we'll see. However, before we round this off, do you have any particular shout-outs or messages or taunts to Tarzan maybe that you'd like to share with the listeners here?
Well, one thing that bothered me recently was that Ghosty Terran was posting on Teamliquid that I did not play Courage and Soul, that I traveled to some newbie city to get a better result. And I'm really proud of my Courage result. I think it means a ton. And so, just to set the record straight, I played Courage and Soul against the real competition, and got second in the finals, 1 and 2. So, if I happen to play Ghosty Terran in any official match, I'm gonna absolutely destroy him. And because now there's a grudge. There's no turning back. He's cool. He's down with Artosis, and I'm down with Artosis. But now we're not down with each other because this Courage thing cannot go unanswered.
Knives are out.
But as far as Tarzan, I don't want to talk trash about Tarzan. I don't know him. I think he's a pretty solid player, and I love people like him. He's the reason. These kind of people are why we have the TSL. I'm not going to talk trash about every single player that's been worse than me.
Okay.
Wouldn't be nice, but I am going to 3-0 Tarzan. And people say I won't beat Tarzan as bad as I beat Horror, but I will. So you'll just have to sit and wait until you see that. And then it's going to be a boring match, except for me, because I'll be giggling.
Alright then, well, we will see you next weekend for sure. Thank you, NonY, for that. To all viewers out there, if you got the thirst for DSL going, click the link in the sidebar to this video for a post that contains all the officially broadcast games and some unofficial ones as well. As they are made available by the TSL staff, they will be made available there. Thank you very much, NonY, for doing this interview, and best of luck in your match against Tarzan, even though you clearly don't need it, and the entire tournament, GLHF. That's it for now, folks. GG and out.